2026 premium and slate of nationals judges. Oh, on your sent judges.
We're backwards with that. I think it's because of that.
Okay.
So the scent detection judges from the list out of the business office and concurred with scent detection committee chair Jackie Williams is Patricia Dodd and Jill Kovacevic.
You would spell that one, please.
Excuse me?
Can you please spell Jill's last name?
It's Kovacevic.
Okay. All right. And do you give a motion to approve those?
Yes, I would make a motion
Wait,
to
Hold on.
you do a motion.
appoint.
Hold on.
To approve the whole slate of national judges.
Oh, okay, good. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. I apologize. So those are the
I'm sorry,
last
I
days are the
don't
only.
understand what you said, Susan.
I know it's really hard. I jumped the gun. We need a motion to approve the slate of the entire slate of judges for nationals 2026, not just sent.
Okay. I don't think you have rally yet unless Jan's gotten that from Renee.
No, there's
So
no
we
rally.
can
You can do everything except that.
let's do everything except rally and get those taken care of.
You
Okay.
can say as presented.
Yes. Got it?
I would make a motion to, do you need me to list them all or
No.
to just put them as they are in this draft premium?
As presented.
Okay. I would make a motion to approve the 2026 finals judges and nationals judges as presented.
Can I get a second?
Doesn't need more than
This comes from the committee. Sorry, my bad. All right. Motion on the floor to approve the list of nationals 2026 judges as presented. Basically missing rally nationals judges. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. That was quick. Okay.
And then the premium is in there, and that doesn't need to be approved, but that is for you guys to review and see if you see anything that needs to be.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
I know I'm not here anymore, but I still like past to present.
Yeah, you know what, I let that slip through her, I need to, what's happened, Jan, is she has to run a special report and hand do it to get it to not include nationals. Since nationals is actually part of the same system on here.
I don't know why.
Sure.
Our net income is still very, very low.
Very low.
Very low.
Yeah,
And
we're not.
membership, I'm pretty sure is lower. But without comparing, having comparison, I can't say how much lower.
We're not.
Yeah, I like the month to month compared to August.
Too, and what I was mostly concerned about is the program stuff too, is while it's about the same, we've added a percentage actually. So in
Yeah.
theory, it should be a lot more, which means the other ones are dropping. And so I haven't yet asked for a report by program, so we can see that. Because there's just too many things going on, but maybe we can focus on that in the future.
And so just looking at that, from looking at on the budget worksheet, right there where all those figures have been plopped in, I would say that 27,000 is down because so many shows in confirmation did not request.
What do you?
For what?
I'm looking at the budget worksheet
Okay.
where we just plop, just
Yeah.
plop those numbers in, we're in the correct category. And that's one of the glaring things immediately when you look there. Your July was 47,009 and August is 27,1. So if they're not processing those shows as they come in, that's having a negative impact on how the income is reflected
Skewing
for
the
that
income,
specific month.
Yeah.
Because once those are processed, then it automatically,
yeah.
populates
And
that
that's something
category.
that may catch up in September.
It may well do. I'm hoping that it does.
Yeah.
So, but
Because
that's
what I
something
think
to
is
consider.
too.
And yes, Jan, I agree with you. I love having that month to month and year to year on those months. And pretty sure that's how I always send them to you. So that was QuickBooks Desktop, not online. So I would think it would be the same, similar.
Well, the nationals in the same account, and when you run that report, you get everything, and it's not what we.
Well, the
I-
thing
that's-
is it's like the national is in the ASCA enterprise. Really, the only way for ASCA to be reported easily separately is to consider it a different company. And it wasn't set up that way.
And that's a big.
So she's having to, I mean, we would have to just export it all into, and then we would have to pay for another QuickBooks
Extra
account. It's, you
Yeah.
have to, like,
We already paid for two now because we've got the foundations, we have ASCA.
Right.
so what she's doing is kind of a workaround.
It is.
QuickBooks is a little rigid when it comes to certain
Yes.
things, and so what's happening is she's going in and she's selecting a report. Instead of excluding something, she's going in and she's including everything except for the national. And I'm not sure if, it sounds like maybe she can't create a customized report.
It is custom because now I go in and print it, I pull up something where I change the dates.
Yeah, so
And I
that's,
can do a year to date on that custom with, she has a year to date P&L. But she doesn't have what you want last year in August, 24 August versus 25 August. She hasn't created that yet.
what she can do, or you
Yeah.
can even do this, you can just do year to date by month.
Yeah,
And run two reports,
Yeah.
last year, this year, that's something you could do.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't send it to you,
but when we did that last year, but you wanted it side by side on,
Yeah.
on the spreadsheet.
but at
so,
least you can have two, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
Print them out and something, they're on your table.
I mean, you guys are the ones that are gonna have to look at it, and it was something I got accustomed to, because that's what Susan had done. And we could make comparisons, and that's how we made lots of decisions.
Well, even on the program income, it's also a little suspect to me that July is so high, so anyway, whatever.
it is. Well, I
It's a big
think that's
one,
probably from, they were probably behind
because of June.
because of May and June, it caught up in July and now we're down again. Please don't catch up again back in September. But if you go, are we live yet? Yeah, we,
Yes.
recording, okay. But if you look at the numbers, even though the August income is down, and it's because the program income is down approximately $15,000 to $20,000. Our expenses were also down in August. And if you go down to the bottom line, we had a positive net surplus of $13,543 for the month, which is up from the previous year month.
Okay.
So that was up, and if you look at that, I'm missing, payroll was down a little bit, payroll was up because we had some expenses to pay. There was we didn't have much in the way of printing and reproduction. Postage and delivery was up because we had to pay for the Aussie Times. And I'm trying to think where I was missing something. I felt like I was missing something. Well, what happens is sometimes the IT goes up and down a couple $1,000 because we don't always get the bill by the first of the month to pay for the contract laborers. So that kind of skews it a little bit. Let me go over here. Let's talk about the cash available last month. So even though the P&L runs through August 31st, the cash available is usually a half a month. I do it on the date we have the meetings. So I pulled the cash available on September the 16th before we came here. So in our Chase checking account right now, we have $148,155.02. We have in the wire account $100. We have in the savings account 82,592.26. We have in AEMD 9677.32. We are missing a month of AEMD, and we're going to have that transferred this week to get that into that account from the checking account into the AEMD account. The foundation account right now is 22,450.72. You'll see that we transferred 51,000 into the Vanguard account, which is shown below. That will catch up on that amount. The 24-26 Nationals account right now, we had some expenses Jan paid from your account for travel to the site. So the balance on that account right now is $8,030.70. For a total in our Chase operating accounts of $271,806.10. In the Vanguard accounts, the savings account had an increase of a little bit of money for the interest payment. The interest payment, by the way, in Vanguard is running right now. It's dropped a little bit. It's running at 3.25 to 3.5. The savings account is $170,451.60. The AEMD account is $162.57. The foundation account is $51,023.78. For a total in Vanguard of $221,637.10. And the total funds with Chase and Vanguard right now is at $493,443.20. The 25 Nationals account at this time was running a balance of $202,616, but the expenses are fast coming in now. So I need to start increasing or adding up the expenses on that. And we'll have a better idea of how the Nationals did by the end of, I'd say by the end of October.
So the motion that we made to put money there, has that money been moved or it's sitting waiting to move there?
It's waiting to move there.
Okay, so that's not part of that number.
Correct.
Thank you.
We did move over all the AEMD.
Yep. Looks like it.
And we have sizable savings in a couple of different areas that I'll wait to report on that until
We've been trying to save money. I mean,
some sizable savings.
yeah.
I went through the AET because I was trying to explain what it was of all the rules, and any of the rules that aren't there anymore that used to be of how that's gonna be calculated? Or is it just the amount that's gonna be in the AMT goes towards the finals for the next year?
Well, there is,
What's the goal? I wasn't sure by reading them all.
yeah, it's been handled differently every year. I did look at the spreadsheet that was maintained by the office manager. And it has not always been fully paid out. It's been saved in the account to use when necessary.
It used to be a percentage
In
of the
some
budget.
In some years, there is a percentage, which is not the same across the board. It's different for each program. And I can share that spreadsheet.
Yeah, that wording isn't in the rules anymore. That
No,
wording
it's not.
used to be in the rules that it was 90% of the budget of the finals. And so that's what I first told her, and then I looked at it and went, oh, it's not there, so now I don't know what that
I
anymore.
don't know when it came out. The AEMD is now actual. It's being tracked as actual for each program. And the amount of money actually in each program is the money that was taken in with the gross receipts report that the affiliate sent in. And that gets transferred over
Right.
from the checking account into the AEMD account.
She's talking about how much is funded to her
To my national.
26 bank account to be utilized. She's asking if there's a.
There is
formula.
Something.
there's not a formula anymore.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the number that's sitting in there. From this year.
It's
I'm going
basically,
to caution you on that,
It was
because
too
that's
much.
what I did, and it bit me in the rear.
It was too much.
You need to figure out what you think you need.
Which is what it's
Genuinely
always been
figure
done.
out
in the
what
past.
you think you need
To run those finals.
to run the finals, and that would be your theoretic budget, because that's what the board.
No,
approves.
we're working on the budget.
Yeah, but don't leave what was in there for last year, is what I'm saying.
Take it out, so it's a zero.
figure it out, what you think you would estimate what you think it will cost. And that is what you should put in your budget, because that is what this board approves, okay? So I encourage them to also do the same, leave it in. And it was not enough for this year, and that's what we were funded, what we were asked for, what we asked for, because that's what this board approved. So genuinely work out what you think it's going to cost you. They can come back and say no, right? But don't just move the number forward. That was a mistake for us. We made a mistake in not mapping it out.
I mean, that's.
Yes, do we have any questions? And you have a copy of the P and L, correct? Everyone has a copy of the P and L? Yes, so make it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Diana.
I make a motion, we approve the August P and L.
A second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Chair. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Okey-doke. All right, so that brings us to the review of the finals entry fees. So currently for this year, the cost for cattle finals was $150 a run, sheep $125 a run, and ducks $100 per run. And agility was $80 per dog to enter. Correct? I'm going to the fee schedule.
Yeah, that's right here.
Do we have that somewhere in the?
It's
It's in the drawers.
okay, perfect because I was.
All the way down to the start.
You're so good, thank you. That was all off the top of my head. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh my gosh, let me sing this so I can see it.
Enlarge the
I twice it for me. Okay. Yep. So we've had no change since 2022. So this,
21.
I'm sorry, 21. I apologize. Yes. What is that number? 1357.
The numbers are, I have notes added into there to show what they were.
Bless you.
You don't need to worry about it.
Thank you. So the question becomes, now Jen's beginning to look at the budget for the 2026 Nationals. Are the fees that are currently being charged for finals going to be sufficient for what you wish to charge for entries into finals for 2026?
I thought that this, they've got to start feeling that.
Okay. What is your proposal, ma'am?
At least put that in the budget. I think she thought we could increase. I think she.
So it looks like we have an increased stock since 2021. It's the first time we did
We increased for everything in 2021.
So if you look back to 2013, they used to be 150 for all classes.
Mhm.
In 2014, we lowered all of them to 60.
Which is
The
new stuff.
intent was for there to never be a final entry fee, that it would be paid for by MD,
Correct.
and that just hadn't worked out. So in 2021, you guys raised them back to
Reasonable.
different fees for each program.
Each class is not.
with the cost of putting on.
13, that was 150 per class.
Right.
Correct. That's the, yeah.
Correct.
I have to look over your shoulder. I made mine itty bitty instead of big. I gave it
I
big.
can't do it.
So cattle is basically the same as it was in 2013.
Yeah.
But sheep and ducks are lower.
Do you know how much you determined to increase it for next year, Jan?
I was gonna open it up.
That's what I was asking.
I was running around in here not finding the Google Drive. Well, since this is the now, you just means it made it maybe fighting with it.
So since this is the only, since we're talking about this, would it then be assumed that we could agree, or maybe not, let's bring it up, to not increase agility, confirmation, junior handling, obedience, or rally, to keep those the same.
Junior handling has no fee.
Right, so we're gonna keep it the same. So, is that something we can agree to?
Stock people will be pissed if you only raise stock.
Yeah, but stop,
Well,
stop.
Stop.
It's our biggest expense.
Yeah.
So I understand, but you guys can get my Google Drive, this is
Right.
Well, weren't you able to get your stuff
Now
out
it's
next
all
year
figured in.
within budget?
I know there's a button, and I don't know where it is. I heard that.
Sorry, I currently cannot walk. Running in the wheelchair.
That's what I want to open, but I'm not gonna be able to read it. Oh, I'm so tired.
Why didn't you get bigger up here to begin with? Oh my God, you really have a migraine.
And Jody, to your comment, in 2013, it was 150 per. So it was 450 if you entered everything. So it's less now,
Now, not 12 years ago.
and that was 12 years ago.
It's a profit top on your banks.
Well, not for better.
So I have to open something.
Not in her bed.
No, in the ordinance, you didn't increase the fees at all.
Well, maybe it was in, the
Maybe the
national. She talked about it, I think I stopped her because I said, we can't. You make all the changes, but, they'll have a fit when we do it. But if you look at some of the competitors, you're paying 300 for cattle, 300 for sheep. For the same amount of rounds. 2 rounds, then a final elimination.
Right, so you're talking about different.
You're paying for
$50.
We're
Three
paying,
runs. You're paying
almost that
$50 a
much.
run.
that's cheaper than we're paying in a normal
At
trial.
a regular trials, we charge $60 a run for cattle. You're paying $50 a run for fines.
Correct.
So you
So
get
are you
3 runs.
proposing then to raise it to $60 a round, so.
Make it
times
180.
4?
3.
No, I don't think that anybody said
180.
that. I just am giving you a
Or some-
That's not a
comparison.
comparison.
That it sounds like a lot of money, but you get 3 runs for
For
that
that.
money.
Whereas
Whereas
usually
is
Basically saving $10 a run, and it's all included in the thing. If you only make 1 round, you're done.
So
think about it.
No, you always do
Hey,
2 rounds.
one at a
All of
time.
them is 2 rounds, you do those, it's the 3rd round that's, all those venues is the bonus round.
Yeah.
Right.
Because agility's eight. Okay, so Jan, to answer her question,
24
What do you-
months.
don't you figure out your cost per run based on what your actuals are? Do you know what your actuals are on for all your stock? Wouldn't you figure it out that way?
No, we have,
I thought you
we,
would sign
we
contracts.
have some signed contracts, we don't have all the contracts, and those numbers haven't all been put in.
Okay,
I've never had to do this, so I have no idea. It used to be a little bar down there, it's like I lost all my bars.
Little dot.
I'm trying.
Let's just update.
So bottom line, for that 150, you're guaranteed 2 runs, but potentially a third. For the 100 and a quarter, you're guaranteed 2 runs, potentially the third.
Oh.
You had something you wanted to say.
Oh, it's just that they don't all get.
Right. Oh, so I'm
They
glad I
don't
took
all
the
get-
words out of my mouth.
finish the run.
Thank you.
If you make the top 15.
Top 50.
Yeah,
Then they still have, then
you don't qualify, you don't have
then you get the third run.
Right.
Right, so 10 don't.
So when you average it out, how many people actually get the third run?
15.
15 in each stop.
So 10 don't.
Right. So 10 have supplemented your income level there because.
Fun.
And it's fun.
So once again, I asked the question.
That's.
You get a bonus.
Yep.
I mean, part of this is this year's and part of it is ours, I can tell which ones are the contracted. And she's trying to bring it up to the finals and nationals.
So I am in support of your proposal, ma'am. As now, wait a minute, I'm gonna backtrack. a bit.
I
because of the increased cost for the flooring in Greeley, we may need to consider an increase for confirmation.
Confirmation and obedience, even though they don't want to, but obedience is a money suck, and I'm having to do 57 freaking mats. And designate where they go and get everybody to bring them. That's a lot of mats, you guys,
I know, but
and a lot of weight.
But it's also that, I mean, yes, the argument is always, finals is finals, it obviously should cost more than your regular affiliate trial. However, 4 out of the 5 obedience, finals are 2 runs. So right now, they're paying $32.50 a run, which is way more than a regular trial. You know, you only charge like $18 for yours. I mean, so that's.
But it's less than what's that charging for nationals.
Yeah, and I know a bunch of people who didn't enter nationals because rally and obedience and nationals because their now thing is too expensive. They're like $37 for one run is absolutely ridiculous. That's like way more than like $8. So they were very upset about that.
We need to
And
learn
that's
to
another
cover this. We need to work toward covering the costs though.
Right, and so rally they get, well, they have 4 runs of rally, so.
And what did they pay?
So same 75. So that's divided by 4, so that's
Super cheap, I don't think.
17,
17.50.
17
17.25.
Yeah, 17 and a quarter of my.
So. And then, is it 5 or 6 runs for agility?
4 jumpers,
Oh,
gamblers, 2 regulars.
Got it. So that's.
So that's
that's
so we're paying more than what we pay on the weekend. So
That's cheap. I mean, yeah, we
we're gonna pay $20 a run, not unless it's day up.
Right.
So yes, ma'am.
In a regular trial.
I don't agree with increasing costs. I know we have to figure out how to pay for this stuff. And I know that, but we're really, I feel we're pricing people out.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a one, you know, you go to a regular trial and you have 4 runs and yes, it's $60 a run. But you're also here doing finals and nationals and confirmation and agility and rally and whatever else you're doing, plus your week-long hotels. And when you add it all up, it's an expensive time and we're pricing some people out.
And we are also forgetting that we throw the APMD into the pot to offset this, so you can't, they're not comparable.
Yep.
You can't compare the entry fee straight across the board, because exhibitors are paying throughout the year $1 or $1.25 or something every entry, so. And on top of it, it's not comparable because the expenses are so vast here. Right, so I would agree with Jody at this point. I think we are on a slippery slope upcharging, and until we have some real data, which hopefully this year, that will help us next year to make better decisions. And
we're looking for new revenue sources, new streams of revenue to help with our budget for next year. So we're looking at new, so that we can hold costs where they are. We need these additional.
And the livestock contracts that have been presented to the board thus far for 26 have been presented as though they are within the existing budget. So I don't see any evidence of needing to charge more at this time.
Okay, somebody just put a motion to say that we wish to remain the same, please.
I wish to remain the same.
We have to.
Doesn't have to do that. All right, let's get to
They're
it.
not changing, right?
We ain't changing. All right, ready to rock and roll on that one. Okay, the next thing is the AEMD funds. Do we wish for them to remain at the same rate?
It's
Yeah, I can't.
What?
No, we try to, but
everybody.
yeah.
I think the same from it until we have real
Yeah.
data.
Yeah.
More number information.
Hopefully next year the board will have some better intel.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna mention that when they made that proposal for free, stock was paying more than they pay now. At that time.
In A&D or finals or both?
Both.
What? Wait, say that one more time, please.
Way back,
Way back.
Give me a
so
year.
It's when they.
2010, 2011,
Yeah.
2012,
that proposal.
Stock was
The only
the only
program
one that
playing.
paid for it, so then 2013, like, okay, everyone's gonna pay the same.
Yep.
And then in 2021, and this was, I think, that's like, okay, we're gonna pay up a lot, but
That was the recommendation from the committee.
from the committee,
Exactly
right,
right.
and, but what is true and what they, I don't know who's they, but they say every year is agility carries it.
Well, I do.
Because they just make so much.
It's not just each other.
Yeah.
I think that after we get the numbers
Yeah.
for 25, if the evidence proves out the theory that stock finals loses money,
Mhm.
I think we should send the supporting data to the committee and ask the committee, look, you know, do you wanna like reach out to your community and say, would you rather pay more in A, E, and D? Would you rather pay more in finals? Would you rather find sponsorship money? What, like, maybe get their input, but until we have the facts.
Good idea.
Because when I estimated things, I found a different story. I didn't find that they were losing a gross amount of money. But without the real life data, I don't know. It's just my estimates, right? So, but I think instead of the board guessing, I think it might be good, and I think we should look at it for all programs.
Mhm.
Because stock is not the only place that loses money.
Right.
There's some other things that we go into every year knowing we're losing money, so
That's not
it
right.
would be nice to be able to say to that perspective, that respective committee, the same thing. But these are the numbers, this is what do you guys think what can we change in your program to break even? Or to, you know what I'm saying, to get the membership and the committee more engaged instead of us just saying, let's everybody, we guess.
How do we move forward,
I
right?
guess a lot. That's the major rationale for breaking this P and L down by program. And by finals and nationals, so that we can have real data. Cool.
So one thing she's in the trash.
Sue had a question.
Oh,
Well, we will get that data this year, right?
right.
Yeah, well, she and I are like on it, rear end right now. We're on it, but we still, we have, like right now, we're making money.
We have
For instance, merchandise or whatever,
Yeah.
and we're paying bills.
Yeah.
People are turning in receipts, so, there's no reason for us to guess anymore. We have a bookkeeper, we have the shell, we have people entering the data, now we just sort of have to wait it out and make sure everything gets in there, and then we'll make sure everything's allocated properly, and then we'll give you all reports and.
Yeah, there's no missing the information now, there's no guessing at it, we'll have the actuals, and that's what we need to base our moving forward decisions on, is what did it cost us this year? So.
And then, like, what we're talking about right now, at this particular meeting should probably go to a different time of year. Because we're talking about these decisions prior to this year's
Budget.
national being closed.
Right.
So we're learning,
Yeah.
some things may have to be pushed off till year end or
Exactly.
whatever the case may be.
For spring meeting.
We'll learn.
But everyone's like, it's just nationals.
Well,
Because we have to.
There you go.
I think that there are so many things, that we need to consider. And I'm not sure if we wait till the spring meeting, I feel like if y'all put it off until spring for 26, it would be for the 27 nationals.
Yeah.
And that may be the best way to do it.
Right.
For real,
Sure.
instead of, we're right here and we need to be
Mhm.
doing it for 26 right now.
Right.
And we're already kind of behind the timeline.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
in all honesty, next month, their preliminary budget should be coming.
Yeah.
And there's no way, I don't care what date in September we finish, you're likely not gonna have that data available to implement into October for them to look at.
Vacation,
It's a budget.
It's okay if it's a year delayed, it's not that much money that we're adjusting, but we're keeping it on par to the facts. So I think it's fine that it's.
And I think when y'all look at that again, I think another thing we really need to consider, and it's not just because I play over there, you know, agility does carry a load, and we've talked about that. Is there any potential to consider that we reduce agility because they can have 6 runs in a day versus everybody else that has 1, maybe 2, that we cut the agility AEMD funds? Because even though right now, I mean, you look at the sheet, they're more than anybody else. It's because we have 6 runs a day effectively that can happen. I know that we have clubs that are struggling, and I have to wonder if that might not bolster them a little bit more, looking at their overall health in that affiliate club. I guess we're going to hear that about that at 5 o'clock. That's just, I think that needs to be looked at. We've talked about it before. We don't have the data to support one way or the other, but I think make sure that maybe y'all can make sure to look at that again. Okay.